It's great to see all of you here. It's awesome to have many people here during our first in-person CDCon. And as all of you know, this is our third annual CDCon, and in fact, this is the first in-person CDCon, which actually excites me a lot. And some of you know that I joined this community about 3 years ago, but I recently joined the Linux Foundation to lead Continuous Delivery Foundation efforts as a general manager. And before Linux Foundation, I worked for Ericsson. And I am here. I joined Linux Foundation because I truly believe Continuous Delivery Foundation, and I've been contributing to this community in varying ways, such as contributing to special interest groups, interoperability, special interest groups, software supply chain, and other efforts. And I also served in technical oversight committee as an end user representative. So I have a long history with this community. And in fact, I was part of the very first public meeting which took place in California in 2019, which is when the CD Foundation was announced. And since then, I've been contributing to this community because continuous integration and continuous delivery, they are important practices, and we must make sure that we as community collaborate on these topics and impact the industry on their way to embrace CI/CD truly. And again, I am very excited to be here, and I look forward to working with all of you, CD Foundation community, other projects we have within CD Foundation umbrella, and sister communities. So thank you again for being here. So since this is our third CDCon, I'm wondering how many of you are here first time? Oh, that's really good, actually. Welcome to our community. It's great to see you here. Before I start, I really want to thank our Diamond and Platinum sponsors, IBM, JFrog, Armory, Circle CI, and OpsMX, as well as our Gold, Silver, and Bronze sponsors. Without their support, this event would not be possible, so thank you very much. And few housekeeping items. Quick reminder about code of conduct. We take these things seriously, and if you have any issue or if you notice any incident, please contact to LF staff, and we help you with those issues. And the second reminder is about masks. Please wear your mask all the time unless you are actively eating or drinking. To start us off, first I want to talk about CD Foundation. I'm sure most of you know this, but it's always great to talk about projects and our community, because the most important thing for open source is its community. And we have really great community, and we have really great projects, and all these projects and the communities around these projects are what really matters. And the communities are actually the ones who make things happen. And we as individuals, we as contributors have lots to contribute to all these efforts. And as you know, we have 8 projects under CDF umbrella, and some of these projects have been around for a while, and some of them are pretty recent. For example, Jenkins, Spinnaker, they have been used widely all around the world, and we have very young projects such as CD Events. And now, my second question to you, like, how many of you are using more than one of CDF projects in your organization? Can I see some hands? So that's a good number, because that is something we as CD Foundation community has been working on, because many organizations use more than one CDF project or more than one CI/CD technology, and it is important to make sure that organizations or users of these projects could use them without any challenges. And CDF community has been working on interoperability topics and other topics to make the use of these projects easier than how it may be when organizations try to integrate them with each other. And these projects are really important because the majority of the organizations use these projects, and continuous delivery is a key development practice to enable organizations to move from idea to code to new features and products in a fast, secure, and sustainable manner. And since CD Foundation has all these projects and the great community around them and around our special interest groups, if you want to collaborate within CI/CD domain, if you want to help the efforts our community is driving, or if you want to innovate within CI/CD ecosystem, I think CD Foundation provides a really great place to do so, and great place to be to do those things with like-minded individuals and rest of the community. And with that, I would like to welcome our new members to our community. So welcome to Aspen Mesh, Cloud Smith, Stackhawk, Teslio, and most recently, Spacelift and Tenable. We look forward to collaborating with all of you. Thank you for joining the foundation. Now, the other thing I want to highlight is the CRF Landscape. And I talked about the projects we have within CD Foundation, but there are more projects within CI/CD ecosystem, and those projects are not limited to CI/CD orchestration. There are different projects working with builds, working with test automation, and so on. And if you want to see what projects are available for what purposes, you can always go and check our landscape and see, oh, these projects could help my organization, or maybe I should look at this project to make our organization's transformation much better, and so on. So you can always consult our landscape. And the landscape is actually developed collaboratively by our community. So if you don't see a project, which is your favorite project on this landscape, then you could easily go and send a pull request and get your project up there on CRF Landscape, so more people could learn about that project and perhaps start using, and more importantly, start contributing to that project. And again, contribution to landscape is simple. Just send a pull request, and the community will help you get that project on the landscape. And with that, I want to thank the community to update landscape, because we recently introduced new categories as well as new projects, and reorganized the entire landscape for easy consumption. And it also displays projects together with the company, so you can see the entire CI/CD ecosystem in one place. Speaking of projects, some of you might have noticed that we have two new projects under CDF umbrella. And one of them is Shipwright, and the other one is CD Events. The most recent project to join the CD Foundation is CD Events. And CD Events is a common specification for continuous delivery built on top of Cloud Events. And this project is important because this project is a result of many conversations that took place within CD Foundation community, starting at the end of 2019 under Special Interest Group Interoperability as a work stream, later becoming its own SIG, and most recently becoming its own CD Events project. And why this project is important? Because this project demonstrates the collective capabilities of CDF and the projects within CDF. And the capabilities of CDF extend far beyond the single project, and it is really a good example that we as our CDF community, what we can achieve together. And the other important thing about CD Events is CD Events has contributors from CDF projects such as Tecton and Jenkins, as well as other projects like Captain and Eiffel. So it's truly a collaborative effort to bring a common specification for CD in life. And this is my next question. How many of you heard CD Events before? Okay. Maybe this week is a good opportunity for the ones who want to learn more about the project, because we have a project design summit on Friday morning. So please join CD Events Project Design Summit to learn more and meet the maintainers and ask any questions you might have. And the other project I want to talk about is Shipwright. And we welcomed Shipwright last August. Shipwright is a framework for building container images on Kubernetes. And the build topic has recently become pretty critical because of all these software supply chain security issues, and because the artifacts that are produced by the build stages are candidates for production environments. It is critical for us as community to contribute and collaborate efforts around build topic as well. And that brings us to supply chain topic, software supply chain security. And CD Foundation community has contributors from all these different projects. Maintainers of these projects are in our community. We have lots of CI/CD practitioners. And we have ideas around software supply chain security as well. Because we are good at CI/CD topic, we are good at all these projects. And we, in fact, have been contributing to supply chain topic from CI/CD perspective for quite some time. For example, the very first special interest group which was created within CDF was called Special Interest Group Security. And that group actually started talking about supply chain, security, SBOM, and similar topics. And recently, we rebooted that special interest group to talk about software supply chain in a more holistic view. And the new special interest group is called Software Supply Chain Security because security is one of the critical aspects, but we have other aspects because we want to contribute to efforts from CI/CD perspective, such as observability of CI/CD pipelines and so on. Additionally, we have been having conversations within special interest group interoperability around standardized metadata, policy-driven continuous delivery pipelines, and all these efforts are actually important for broader supply chain security topic. And various CDF-hosted projects such as Tecton Chains have been developing some solutions that address these challenges. So the users of such projects could use, for example, Tecton Chains or other projects to get the security built into their pipelines. And if you would like to join our conversations via our special interest groups or take part in the proof of concept we will start running soon, please reach out to me and I can do my best to help you. Where can you find more information about it? Because what we want to do is we want to really collaborate with other communities such as OpenSSF to make sure that CI/CD aspects are also covered well. And I want to give a shout out to Lori, who is our outreach committee chair, and this quote, I took it from her. You can't secure your supply chain without a pipeline. You need a pipeline. CI/CD pipelines are the backbone of software supply chain. And we as CD Foundation and as community have lots to contribute to those efforts. And if you want to learn more about supply chain security, we have a keynote tomorrow. I recommend you join the keynote from Brian Behlandorf of OpenSSF. And the keynote is at 9:40 tomorrow morning. Now we talked about projects. We talked about software supply chain. The other critical aspect of continuous integration, continuous delivery is the best practices. Because there are lots of great organizations out there, great communities out there with well-established practices, and they are very successful because of and thanks to those practices, perhaps. And we as CDF community recently took the continuous delivery best practices website live. So you can go and check this website and see what best practices your organization could adopt. And this best practices website has been developed by our special interest group best practices. And you can go to our GitHub repository and send a pull request if you want to share a best practices your organization successfully followed. And I also would like to give a shout out to Tara Hernandez and Terry Cox and SIG Best Practices and broader CDF community to bringing this very valuable resource to life. Check the website out on the address there, bestpractices.cd.foundation. And State of CD report. Finally, we would like to announce the third and the latest release of State of Continuous Delivery report. And the focus of this time is around the evolution of software delivery performance. And the report has been published today and is available for download on CD Foundation website. And it has really good findings, such as the biggest changes happening medium and large-sized organizations, and developers are actually embracing continuous delivery and DevOps. So there are really valuable insights within the report. And if you want to learn more about the State of Continuous Delivery report, I recommend you join Cara Delamarque's virtual session tomorrow, which is 3:55 p.m. And thank you for attending. We hope you have a great conference. And with that, I want to invite our next speaker to stage. So it is my pleasure.